So now that we have the chain quest out of the way, it's now time to take care of the remaining side quests that are here in the Ondo Cups. So, let's start by speaking with Naksh Kol to take on his quest entitled Scavenger Deep. Naksh Kol is not sure if he wants to converse with you or run away in screaming terror. No, please stay back! Spare me, O Finless One, from your ruthless mastications! I am too young to be eaten! Yeah, like, dude, calm down. Yeah, calm down, man.
Oh, you did not wish to eat me? That is well. I may have drawn premature conclusions, but as this is the first time I met one of your kind, it is a somewhat terrifying experience. But now that we've established rapport, perhaps you'd be so kind as to enlighten me somewhat? Tell me of your ways and preferences. Trade is integral to cordial relations, after all. Surely you have noticed that there are many sunken ships in this region, many of which undoubtedly contain items of value. I ask that you search these wrecks and return with said items, that I might have a better understanding of what it is, and others should scavenge.
Alright, we gotta go to 4 different spots. Wow. I'm gonna be covering some distance. This is definitely gonna take me a while to get to all the various places I need to go. As we welcome a new viewer to the channel, Tango CISS. Welcome to Let's Play Novo Autism. Welcome stream, glad to have you with us. It's easy to get to because of the fact that there is a free trial version of the game if you want to play that to see if you like it. As far as getting the game, there are all sorts of things you can do. Like join up with guilds. There are also groups who do hunting for rare monsters. There are people who go take on things like these, which are fates, which are these blue circles that you see on the corner map that we're passing through right now as we speak. Yeah, they're little quests that pop up randomly that you can attempt to do, and they have to be completed within a set amount of time. Yeah, all told, there's a whole bunch of other side quests you can do. This game does have a version of the Gold Saucer from Final Fantasy VII, if you've played Final Fantasy VII before. So yeah, there's also a whole bunch of different warrior classes you can play as. There's a total of 18 currently available. So yeah, you're not gonna be lacking for things to find or things to do. Yeah, that's absolutely true there, Tango. Yeah, well, Final Fantasy 1.0 was basically the Sonic 06 of the Final Fantasy franchise. But thankfully Square Enix saw the error of its ways, and 6 years ago, they gave us A Realm Reborn, which was the game's first expansion following the reboot. And then they've added 3 more expansions on top of that, including the current one, Shadowbringers, which is what I'm currently playing right now. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do, a lot of interesting and lots of plot twists in the story. Yeah, you think everything's gonna be straightforward, and then all of a sudden they'll just turn the quests and the storylines a full 180 and they'll make you go, what? Yeah, this game still provides us with plenty of twists and turns to keep people interested. And not only that, there are all the various optional side quests you can do. Yeah, you can fight things for people, you can do tasks for people. There's lots of crafting involved as well. If you have a penchant for crafting, you can do that. Oh, you played through those? Okay. So you're no stranger to this. So yeah, this game does have all the Final Fantasy tropes that you would expect to find as well.
Ah, the ravenous-looking Finless One returns. And with the items of value I requested, I hope.
Indeed, right over here.
Fascinating, most fascinating. I had no idea such curiosities held value for you and yours. Even this misshapen thing? How very odd. You have given me great insight into your culture, Finless One. I may soon be ready to engage in commercial trade with others of your kind and secure great profits for the Ondo. Oh, but how rude of me. For your service you must be rewarded, yes? And with my newfound knowledge of what it is you covered most deeply, I can compensate you appropriately, I should think.
And I appreciate that. So experience skill plus a level 78 necklace. Oh, and apparently he's not done. So let's move on to the next quest he has, entitled More Than One Way to Skin a Stingray. Nosh Kol has yet more designs involving you.
Hold a moment. My friend Nathanus one. I have another request to make of you. This time for a friend who foolishly sought to slay a formidable stingray on his own, only to limp back home after being struck by a poisoned barb.
One for the blooper reel.
It has been an all too familiar refrain as of late. Time and again we Kol find ourselves overmatched by our foes in this now waterless realm of ours. You, however, should find it easy to slay this stingray and secure its skin, no? Of course you will. Should you succeed in the endeavor, I ask that you deliver the skin to the leather worker of ours. Thank you in advance, Thinness one.
A leather worker, huh? Are you still making your way through 7 and 12? That's cool. But yeah, I was not kidding about the, oh yeah, Final Fantasy 3/6. Yeah, the the SNES Classic does have that one. Yeah, that's where they first introduced the Magitech armor, which is one of the tropes in this game. As well as Cid, Chocobos, Moogles, the Victory Fanfare, the Espers / Guardian Forces / Aeons / Eidolons. They're all in this game too. Like, if there's a Final Fantasy trope that you've seen from playing previous Final Fantasy games, it can all be found in this one. If you've seen it or heard of it, it's in here. And yes, I am planning on getting the Final Fantasy VII Remake. In fact, my plan when it launches is to do a Let's Play of the remake alongside the original. Just so that people can get a live comparison of the two and see what has changed since Final Fantasy VII came out 22 years ago. But yeah, that was the big game that really got the PlayStation going. It wasn't Crash Bandicoot, it was Final Fantasy VII. And it really was the must-have game for anyone who owned a PlayStation. Like, if you were to be considered cool back in the late 90s, you had a PlayStation and you had Final Fantasy VII. Like, that was considered the must-have. It really started to bring the cartridge-based video game console to an end when the PlayStation came out, but it wasn't until Final Fantasy VII came out that it really got going. Yeah, as someone who lived through that era during high school, I can attest to how valued a PlayStation was with a copy of Final Fantasy VII. Anyone I knew had one. But yeah, I was already into Final Fantasy when my aunt and uncle, who owned a Super Nintendo, showed me the final boss fight from Final Fantasy IV, which I did a Let's Play of last year. Hey there, Leatherworker.
Well, Matt's honored guest, are you in need of guidance?
Actually, we came to give you this.
What a fine skin this is! Of surpassing quality indeed. You procured this in the place of a young coal hunter, you say? Interesting. Such materials are ever in high demand both for their durability and for their beauty. Tools, equipment, decorative accessories, all manner of products may utilize good skin. Speaking of which, a little while ago, I finished fashioning some new pieces. Perhaps you could take one to Nosh Kol on my behalf? My thanks to you.
Alright. And so then we'll give this back to Naksh and finish up this quest with him. And we'll see if he has any more to give to us.
Welcome back, Phyllis One. You look well. I trust you got the better of that stingray I told you about?
Indeed we did. And here's the proof of it.
Oh, what do we have here? Another of the leatherworker's masterpieces, and for me? Marvelous! Such works of art are certain to fetch a high price from a finless trader. Aye, that is right. I have continued to study commercial trends and so forth, that I might build a more successful business enterprise moving forward. Though I do realize that it would be foolhardy to do so by imposing upon your goodwill in excess.
Well, unless you have something else to give me, so a tincture of mind, which is something we've never seen before, or just some straight up money. But yeah, I want to take the tincture of mind, if for no other reason. I have actually played Tango, World of Final Fantasy 2 years ago, but the epilogue quests that Seraphy wants me to do, I have no idea how to beat them. And it's what's preventing me from completing my Let's Play from 2 years ago, because all of the guides that I've found both online and on GameFAQs assume that you're playing for 100% completion, but I just want to beat the game casually. So now, let's go ahead and move on to Sarash Cole to take on his quest entitled Beyond the Reach of Cole. Sarash Cole is staring forlornly at the alcoves high above.
See the portal high above? 'Tis the work of the ancients, like many structures scattered without, that we Ondo have since made our own. Alas, in the absence of flowing waters, I cannot reach my home as easily as before. If only I had a device or two to aid in climbing up and down. The bones of a great sea beast might be useful to this end. Such creatures are wont to linger in a single place and are difficult to track, but they haven't been sighted not far from the caps on occasion. As a Cole, I have no chance of defeating these creatures, but you are not hampered by the lack of water. There's a trench to the northwest from which they sometimes emerge. Will you go and slay one of these beasts for their bones?
I believe I can do that. Also, we never checked this chest to see if the necklace I have obtained is worth it or not. So, determination and direct hit rates against direct critical hit and skill speed. Okay. Actually, hold on. That's not what we got. It was this. Critical hit. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's still critical hit and skill speed. Ugh. But yeah, let's go find those great sea beasts. Oh, what's giving... Are you still having troubles doing what you're doing there, Yoru? I know it's in the 75th episode. I'm pretty sure it was in the 75th episode of my Let's Play, which I did 2 years ago. I'm sure you can find it, and if not, it's in the penultimate stream that I did. But yeah, Seraphy gave me a list of 5 of them. One of them was trying to get Ifrit and Shiva to spawn in the Colosseum, which I tried doing a lot, and for whatever reason, they would never show up. No matter how many times I went in there, no matter how many battles I did, it didn't matter. They never bothered showing up. You cast about looking for great beasts of the sort described by Sarash Cole, but see nothing. Okay, so nothing to speak of over here. But yeah, I know it involves, in some instances, interacting with people. But I cannot for the life of me find those people that I need to interact with in the places that they should logically be in. Alright, here's another location. And over here, we found what we needed. Alright, let's do this. Get this thing taken down. Ooh, that's a pretty good crit hit for disembowel. Look out. Alright, almost got you down. There we go. And back to the cups. Yeah, I have been trying to, do it so that I could get the most utilization out of my secondary stats as much as possible. Yeah, but the one thing I'm not really hurting for right now is skill speed, because on melee DPS that sort of thing is negligible, unless you're a ninja. Hey there, Sirash.
Ah, the Finless one. Didn't you manage to find what the beast I described?
Indeed we did.
Thank you, my friend, thank you. With these bones I can fashion a ladder to return to my home. It lies just beyond the portal, as do the homes of many other Cole. There we rest upon beds of softest seaweed. These highest alcoves offer we youths who have yet to be granted eggs. Only the one who have been deemed worthy of this honor may live in the lower levels. Those in the deepest depths are reserved for the clutch mother and other female Ondo, as well as the most esteemed elders of our people. Needless to say, the Cole have struggled greatly to adapt to this world without water. Though it would be far better word to return, with this new ladder, we can at least travel to and from our beds that much more easily.
Alright, so next up, let's go ahead and speak with Kush Owan. And we'll take on his quest entitled Beware the Benthos. Kush Owan is the very picture of worry.
So strange as it is to see Finless ones in our realm, but since you are here, perhaps you can offer us aid? A spearfisher of ours has been away for some time. Too long by half, I fear he may be struggling in this newly waterless world of ours. You, however, thrive in such environments. If he is injured or worse, then I should be grateful if you would go and render aid. Forgive this sudden request, but I must ask that you search for him north of the Novrant slope.
North it is. Oh, it did? Alright, so yeah, we'll weave our way through here. Or get misled and taken in a circle. Yeah, on second glance, that looks like a drop point. Yeah, on closer inspection, these are loafers. And we shall go to the north and find the spearfisher to see if he needs our assistance. But yeah, it would be nice to finally get World of Final Fantasy finished. Because yeah, as much as I enjoy the game, it's such a pain that I cannot beat it casually. So yeah, as you may have noticed as well, Tango, I'm driving the Final Fantasy VII motorcycle that Cloud used in the chase scene. It's one of many gifts that the game has given to players over the years. In fact, this isn't the only vehicle from a previous Final Fantasy to get included here. They had a crossover special event with Final Fantasy XV with the lead character Noctis, and at the end you get his car, the Regalia. But that event is come and gone.
Ah, thieving scoundrels!
Are they still close by?
Where did you come from, Finless one?
Well, this is where I came from. Your friend was worried about you.
Kush Owan sent you. Ah, how embarrassing. I am present and accounted for, as you can well see. How the foodstuffs I procured or not. A wily miscreant stashed them from my grasp not long before you arrived. I speak of those Ondo who refuse to treat with outsiders. They number many and will not hesitate to steal and murder if it suits them. Until I catch more game to make up for that which was lost, I dare not return home. Take that which I still have back with you to Kush Owan, and tell him of my plight. My thanks to you, Finless one.
Deliver the meager bounty, huh? Oh, so you got to see the 14 version? Because yeah, I was aware that it was also done vice versa, too. So yeah, 14 people got to see the 15 version, 15's got to see the 14. Hey, Kush.
You returned but alone. What of our spearfisher? What has become of him?
Here you go.
Waylaid by thieves? That is unfortunate, but I am glad to hear he is unharmed, and that he managed to retain a portion of his catch. Do not mistake our misguided brethren for black-hearted villains. They but struggle to survive in our changing realm, and I remain hopeful that one day they may see the error of their ways.
If you want us to hunt them for you, we can do that.
We have all lost much in the wake of the flood, Ondo and Finless ones both, yet we dare not let our loss define us or lead us onto wicked ways. You too have overcome much hardship in your life, have you not? But you have not been broken by the weight. Stay strong, friend, and accept this with my thanks.
And so we'll take our experience skill, plus we can get Tincture of Dexterity. Alright, so we're not going out for revenge. They'll take care of that on their own. So let's now go ahead and speak with Nemshawan to take on his quest entitled Doggone Daggons. Nemeshawan could use a helping hand with unnecessary evil.
Greetings, honored guest. Could you perchance lend an old Ondo a hand with a troublesome hunt? Dagons pose a threat to the young and the infirm, for they disguise themselves as rocks and ambush their prey to feed. They must be called for the good of all, but I cannot see this done. Therefore, I would ask you to help me in slaying the meddlesome pests. A trio should suffice. Come and see me when you are finished.
A trio it will be. Oh yeah, there have been some people who have suggested I should look into playing Nier Automata. Spoiler alerts, there is going to be a series of quests in the future that will be centered around a Nier Automata inspired storyline. Because that has already been brought to our attention, that Nier Automata will be featured in its own storyline here in Final Fantasy XIV. So yeah, I look forward to seeing what it's all about. So yeah, while we're going along as well, I should probably also talk about the various warrior classes that are available in 14, just to see what you're interested in there, Tanko. So, the warrior class that I've been playing as throughout the duration of me playing this on YouTube is Dragoon. Dragoon originates from the warrior class of Lancer, which use spears, and there are a total of 8 starter classes. So there's Lancer, as well as Archer. There's also Gladiator, which are sword and shield users, Pugilists who are martial artists, Thaumaturges, which are elemental mages, as well as Marauders, who use axes, Arcanists, who use spells through books, as well as Conjurer, which uses healing magic. And those are the starter classes. So there are 8 in total, but there's also 8 more. Actually, no, it's not 8 more, it's 10 more, but you can only get them after you have completed a certain amount of the story. And each of them ultimately advances into a higher class.
Say no more, honored guest. The Dagons are dead. I can smell the blood on you. Like the Ondo, they too seek to take shelter in the ancient ruins. It is a regrettable state of affairs that we must ever strive to keep their numbers in check as they drive us out of hearth and home. It will be only more difficult to do so in the absence of water, but such is our life now. There is naught to be gained from pining for what was lost.
Alright, so far so good. Okay, so now we're down to 7. I'm gonna get this one that's to the south out of the way first. If I can get to it, of course. And it looks like I can. Yeah, this one's kind of out of the way, so we might as well clear it off first. So let's go ahead and speak with this Ondo Visionary to take on his dream entitled Ondo Dream of Oranges. The Ondo Visionary dreams of sharing his passion with his people.
Greetings, Finless One, and thank you. Others may be distressed by the change you have wrought, but I consider this to be the opportunity of a lifetime. An opportunity to savor the fruits of the land. Quite literally, in fact, for I wish to make oranges. So delicious are the ones that we have purchased from traders, surprisingly full of surprisingly sour sweetness. I have kept the seeds of the one I stepped on, and now that the sea has been parted, I can at last try my hand at agricultural endeavors. Or I would, if I knew aught of it. What exactly is agriculture anyway?
Well, it's kind of like this.
So you bury the seeds of the earth with the aids of the sun's light, it grows into a tree? Not unlike kelp then? Well, we certainly do not want for earth here, that much I can say.
But as for light, yeah.
Wouldn't need a substitute for the sun's light though. Fortunately, I already have something in mind. Come with me and see for yourself. It is not far. Due east of the cups. Come, come!
Let me count them. So there's the 8 starter jobs. Then there's Rogue / Ninja, which makes 9. And Arcanist turns into 2 different jobs, Summoner and Scholar, so that gets to 10. Then there's the 3 Heaven's Ward jobs, the 2 Stormblood jobs, the 2 Shadowbringers jobs, that makes 17, and Blue Mage makes 18. So yeah, it is actually 18. Yeah, did I mention one that might have slipped your mind there, Iris? Yeah, Arcanist is the only warrior class that can break off into 2 different jobs. There's Summoner and there's Scholar. One does damage by spellbook, one does healing by spellbook. Yeah, look out, Trilobite. Oh, you picked a fancy place here, Visionary.
This is, or rather was, a variety of feather star, a creature at sea that shimmers with the radiance of a flower in bloom. Alas, in the absence of water, it is less rather radiant than I remember. No need to say it, I know this will not do, but why not? I know of another possible solution. Follow me to the northwest, past where the driver turned.
Oh, you've also played Nier as well there, Iris, I'm assuming? Oh, this is the quest that we just finished not that long ago. I guess it's already spawned again. That didn't take long. So let's see where he wants us to go next. Yeah, at this point, I'm pretty much assured of if it can be streamed through my console, I will stream it. But if it's something I can't stream, like Xenoblade Chronicles, which is the other Let's Play that I put on hiatus until I finish until I finish this expansion, then because it's done through my Wii U Virtual Console, then it will not be streamed directly.
See the sun and moon and the starfish which resides above it? Both radiate a gentle light to lure fish that they may feast. Surely this will serve for our purposes?
I can't say it looks a little promising or the light looks a little weak. Yeah, we're kind of breaking it hard on here.
Or is it now? I rather thought it was... so be it. I do have one final idea, though it is a bit far, so let us return to the cups.
Yeah, remember, Iris, Blue Mage also counts towards the total. So it's 18. Yeah, you forgot to include Blue Mage. Alright, so back to the Visionary. What kind of plan do you have?
I must apologize, Fearless One, for making walk hither and hither to no end. I only hope that this third option will meet with your approval. It is far, far below and a fair ways to the west besides. Mind your footing and take care not to slip.
Alright, so away we go. Yeah, I guess we might as well also read the compass and see where the Aether Currents are, because if we do have to go quite a bit of distance, we might as well pick up the Aether Currents along the way. Ooh. further. Is it above me? Oh, the aether current's above me? Yeah, because it is not visibly seen. Yeah, they might be above me here. Well, I do regard it as one of the jobs, so. Or is it underneath? Okay, Oh, hold on. I see what he wants us to do. I see what he wants us to do. Oh, but how are we gonna get in? But yeah, I personally do count Blue Mage. So we'll get over on this impressive coral formation, I must say. That is an impressive piece of coral. Alright, now. How are we gonna get in here? There's gotta be a way. Can we drop down from here? I can, yes. But I just ended up going in a circle. Ah! This is gonna be hard. Thanks so much, Tango. I appreciate it. Oh, the entrance is in the cups? Yeah, because I'm seeing the... How do we get to it? Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Oh, this possibly? Alright, yeah, this is making more sense. Yeah, now we have something to get a lead on. Avoid the geyser, though. I don't want to get launched back up. Alright, follow it as far as we can. Here's an aether current. I was like, where are these things? Yeah, at last. At last. Ooh. Yeah, I don't want to get attacked. Please do not damage me. I'm guessing we gotta get up somehow. And probably... I'm trying to avoid getting attacked here. That was my main priority, main focus. Okay, up there. I was like, there's gotta be a path somewhere. Alright, there we go.
Behold, is it not wondrously bright? So many lustrous plants filling the cavern with their light. Surely there's no better place for us to plant our orange seeds?
Yeah, this might just work.
Huzzah, I knew it! And with a little more light, the oranges will glow as plump and juicy as they would on land.
Just take mind of the enemies that are in here.
I cannot thank you enough, Venus one, but I aim to try. Let us return to the cups at once.
Alright, so... 273 southwest, so it's probably out there somewhere. Alright, back to the cups then. Never heard of it, Tango. Unfortunately. Yeah, I only hear about a video game unless someone else talks about it. Alright then, Visionary.
You are too kind, my friend. Accompany me all over in my quest to find a second son for my beloved oranges. We may not know for some time if the flora and fauna of the sea can provide enough light, but I look forward to finding out. Most Ondo have never known the joy that is a juicy orange, but one day they will. I shall have an orchard and every Ondo shall feast on its fruits.
And I wish you the best of luck with that. So, hey, something for us, a tincture of strength.